today. From Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Time to see the offense for Green Bay go to work. Aaron Rodgers leading them. What a career it's been. Came into the league back in 2005 as the number 24 pick out of Cal.
I think Aaron Rodgers is one of the poster boys for persistence and belief in self. Because coming out of high school, he had 0 scholarship offers in the D1 level. Went to a junior college, went to Cal, and just blew up there. And then, of course, as a first-round draft pick, but a lot lower than what he expected in the first round, and then had to sit behind Brett Favre for a few years in Green Bay before getting his shot. Now he's probably one of the better quarterbacks that we've seen come down the pipe.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
On play action, Rodgers. And he's going to go down again.
A loss of 4 yards.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. This is White on the screen. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
So this is what we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you've really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
They go play action here on 1st down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 25 yards that time.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on first down. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Mahomes going to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 12-yard line. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
The 12-yard line.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Mahomes now on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the two-point try. And here's Edwards-Helaire. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the two-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the two-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
And they did. It worked.
10. At their own 25-yard.
Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
3-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Dante Pettis.
A little tough on the secondary there. In zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. Send someone else, drop someone else out of the line. The old zone blitz could come into play to try and get that pressure on the quarterback.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Rolling to his left. Throw complete to the tight end, Morgan. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 37. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Darnell Savage.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
It's 4th down.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a 1st down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say they punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them. And really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
It's 15-0. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Aaron Rodgers sacked.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
Completes to Devontae.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Watch out for Hill on the return. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Jefferson on the tackle.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Edwards-Helaire. That's good.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
They'll take over.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Slant to Adams. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Chiefs' 12-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Chiefs 15.
So a good kick there to polish. Off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, They knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Mahomes to throw. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
On first down, Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. As the first half is winding down, and the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
So we reach halftime, and what's the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. Give him 23 yards on the pickup. Now Edwards-Helaire. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke.
The ball carrier.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and
now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. And they're going to speed things up here.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Looking left sideline, it's complete.
That's good.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Watch the pass.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And now they're in the hurry-up.
City Chiefs. First down.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the...
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
For Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 46-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film section tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far. A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. Got some room at the 30. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Down at the 27-yard line.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We're back now in KC. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And this is caught at the 8. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Aaron Rodgers sack. A loss of 11 yards.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They get him to the ground right. On the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The Packers on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Disaster there, resulting in a loss of 7 on 3rd down. Here's J.K. Scott now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here's Hill on the return. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
38-yard line.
KC's offense ready to take over. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. A great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Green Bay.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thorough.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
A loss of 12 yards.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He'll find DeGuara complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down.
Oh, boy, when a good tight end reads man coverage, is able to run the corner route, almost impossible to defend. They can use the good head fake, work him inside, and then they'll get him on their back or on their hip.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. Gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He will push his way down to about the 14. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Dancing to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
And I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone,
and the Chiefs are going to get him.
Aaron Rodgers sacked. A loss of 11 yards.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Chiefs 50.
A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Kansas City, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to